Welcome back to another video in the Thinkubate Academy, and we are really happy to welcome you to this session. So now we're going to be talking about what makes for a true entrepreneur. Are they born? Are they raised? Are they born and raised? Or do they just stumble upon what they do? The reality is, having worked with startups, entrepreneurs, SMEs for many, many years of my life, in fact, probably the last 20 years already, I have really come to know that they could be born, they could be made, they could be born and made at the same time. It really, truly depends on three things. Do they have a passion, a true passion for what they're doing? Are they good at what they do? And are people willing to pay for what they deliver? That really is as simple as that. What we don't often understand is how some entrepreneurs can just, it feels like they swimmingly go through this journey of entrepreneurship without ever having to worry whether they are good enough to do it and whether they have the actual skill to do it, that they're good at what they do, and whether the customers want to buy it. Some just get through it as if it is never a challenge. But those three things I just want to focus on one level down to really talk to you as the entrepreneur, as this part of our learning modules in terms of this entrepreneurship journey that you're on. The first thing that we said, that which you are passionate about. We see this very clearly. For entrepreneurs who are doing something that they don't really love, founders who are doing things not because they really feel it, they're not really into the business, but they're doing it because they have to, it shows. It really does show. So I want to ask you this question. Why would you want to do something that you're not passionately feeling about? Why would you continue to spend time and effort if you do not truly want to do it? Yes, I hear you say, I need the money, or I need to survive, or I just need to make family happy, or whatever. The reality is, then you've truly not thought long and hard enough about what it is you are truly passionate about. Because if you're passionate about it, 10 to 1, you are darn good at it. You have skill and you have knowledge and you have interest around that specific topic. So you will be able to, with the passion, really get the skill and show the skill and knowledge. And if you're passionate about something, you typically will go and find the knowledge to be able to deliver on that which you're passionate about. So those two things really, entrepreneur, is completely up to you. There is no excuse like, I have to just do this because I have to earn money. Because then you have not found your passion and you have not had the resilience to push through and to not give up. That's the reality. And I say this with very, very, very strong conviction because I've had failed businesses before in my personal capacity. So the third thing really is the interesting one, right? This is where you can say, well, the market has influenced it, or I didn't quite get it because of pricing or financial impact, or whatever the case may be. It's that one of, will the customers buy it? That product market fit. For those of you who don't know the term, it really just means, will your product fit into the marketplace? Now, if you have the passion, you have the skill and the knowledge, or you're gaining the skill and the knowledge because of your passion, the product market fit should actually be an easy one, not a difficult one. And we often find this as we work with startups and entrepreneurs. They so love the product or the solution or the service that they have developed out of their passion and the skill and the knowledge that they acquired, that they're not willing to listen to the customers of where they need to tweak it or change it or pivot it so that product market fit can happen. The reality is this: you could have the best product, the best service, the best solution in your opinion, and you would be so in love with that product or solution because that's who you are as a human, you as an entrepreneur. That's what makes you tick. You have to find a way for that product to fit the market in a way that customers will pay for it. Why else are you in the business of business? Now, I'm not saying for a minute that you have to lose your passion, or you have to go and be a salesman if you don't want to, or that you have to go and be whatever, the accountant or the pricing person, if you don't want to. But what I am saying is acknowledge those gaps as soon as possible in your business, as soon as possible, so that you can hire for the skill or work with people who can do that better, and then ensure that the product market fit is there so that you can get paid for what you do or what you sell. This is the last thing I want to leave you with in these three rings of where they converge between passion, knowledge, and skill, and getting the customers to buy it, getting people to spend money on it. This is the last thing I want to leave you with. The first 1 to 3 to 4 years, regardless of the industry you're in or business you're in, it's hard. It's done hard. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to go and sell if you're not a salesperson. You have to do the finance and the books if you're not an accountant. You absolutely have to continue to be in the product development if you're not an innovator. It's just what it is. That's what differentiates entrepreneurs from true entrepreneurs. Now, come on, take this journey. It's exciting. Of course, it is a haunting thought that there are some months that you don't know how you would get through cash flow, some months that you would not know how to get through staff issues or actually just keep the business doors open. But you may just be at the edge of success. So don't let any thought of giving up tackle you before you do so. Have those three things in place, and I promise you, you will have a very successful business.